Alrighty then.
Welcome to Outdoor Fun.
Oh my! Oh, nice!
Alrighty then. I just wanted to start at the board this week. So what do we know? What have we done? So that's done. Maple syrup is done now, which is great. Okay, so crawl space venting, dehumidification, maple syrup. So those are done. Let's just take this off. Okay. Now, oh, driven well. I'm not going to do that. I did some research, and actually in Ontario, even a sandpoint well has to be installed by a professional well driller. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I misread that. If you know, please comment. I'm sure farmers put them in all along, everywhere, but maybe they have special licenses. I don't know. Anyway, for now, I'm not going to do it. The water's been fluctuating. It was a pain in the butt last year. Now the water's low again. So I'm actually thinking about a real well. So I actually contacted a local well company. I sent them a message. So I expect to hear back from them. Maybe kind of get them to come and just go through the process with me and figure out what needs to be done. So I think the well might be something I'm going to put in this year. Now, I am going to be working on the front deck. So I'm going to put that right here because I'm going to do that probably tomorrow. It's supposed to be warm tomorrow. Today's super hot, so I'm just going to relax. All right. I've been having drone fun, so I don't need to have that. I've already showed how it works, which is great. I have more firewood. I'm just going to circle it because that's going to be ongoing. And I'm going to move stairs to the beach up here. Stairs to beach. And that is pretty much where we are. So this week, front deck. I don't know if I'll work on the stairs to the beach or not. I am going to be putting my docks together and I might get my boat in the water. Anyway, that's it for now. I just wanted to share. See ya!
Alrighty then, cheers.
Woo! Alright. Oh, man. Man, it's so windy. I gotta hold the tripod here. I've done this before and the thing is blown right over, so. Anyway, yeah. I just figured I'd check out the whitecap and they're coming in. Yeah, so I was talking about the water. So it's been a really weird couple of years. Like last year, they drained all the water out. First time I've ever seen it that bad. I have 200 feet of hose, and it was still 50 more feet before the water. Like, I couldn't believe it. So now, I added 25 feet or 20 feet. So I've got about 200, just over 200 feet. I think I had about 190 feet. So I think I got about 210 feet or so, and I'm only sitting in a foot of water. So I don't know. This is a pain in the butt. So I think it might be time just to break down and, empty out the piggy bank and put in a well. So I think it would be good. Anyway, I'll fill you in on the progress of that. If I do that, I'll probably add PEX system throughout the cottage. I'll make a few other kind of plumbing changes. Bigger pressure tank. Don't know if I'll have a pump house. I don't know. I've got things to think about. So anyway, I just thought I'd come out here and show off the wind, have a beer, and figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the week. I kind of have a good idea, so I'm going to start to plan that out. And I'll share the week's activities as they go on. Anyway, it should be fun. See ya! Gotta feed the hummingbirds too. See ya!
Already then, it's like a hurricane here. Holy smokes! Where the heck am I? Anyway, there's one of my videos. Last year was a short video I did. It kind of went a little bit nuts. I got tons and tons of views. I'm trying to remember when I put it out. Anyway, I'll link to it, and you can see what it's like when the winds. I think they were even higher than they are now. Anyway, it's pretty windy. Anyway, see ya.
Alrighty then, what a day. What a day a difference makes. Beautiful, beautiful calm waters. Anyway, got my new pickleball shirt on. Even got my name. Anyway, I got some work to do. Let's start ripping the deck apart. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, I gotta check to see if it's screwed in or nailed in. Gonna need my glasses. Stay tuned. This should help. Oh, this deck is half falling apart. Gonna have to use my crowbar. Ugh. I need a bigger hammer. This'll do. Only 8 more to go. I'll show you when it's done. Stay tuned. Then this is tougher than I thought. All right, the last one. Anyway, I'll get that off and I'll show you what it looks like. Stay tuned. Ooh-wee. Well, that's it. There's still a bunch of screws I gotta unscrew. Most of the screws I couldn't unscrew. They were in the board. Some are still kind of in there after I pulled this off. See if I can get some of those unscrewed. If not, I'll have to pry them up. Stay tuned. Let's see what that looks like. All right, well, good news is the wood underneath is still in good shape. It's one spot where I broke it a little bit. I'll just put a little bit of wood patch. And now I just have to figure out exactly what I need. I'll pick up the wood tomorrow. I didn't bother today. But let me show you what it looks like. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Yeah, so not too bad. So this is still nice and solid. So I'll just get some regular deck boards and put that on there. I'll throw a little bit of wood patch right here. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I'll get the hose out. I'll clean out in behind here. I want to make sure. I think part of the problem was it didn't have anywhere for the water to go, so the water would just pool on here and it just rotted it out. So these last 3 boards were starting to rot. So, but anyway, I'll get all fresh boards. I think I'll keep the rest of the frame and I'll keep the steps for now. I'm just going to do the top of the deck, so I'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for now. See ya. Alrighty then, I'm going to put the first bit of docks out, just the wooden ones. Anyway, let's see what it looks like. That's all there is to it. See ya. Alrighty then, so tomorrow I'll take out the other 2 sections of dock and hook them up, and should be good. And then like I said earlier on the board, I'm going to be working on a new set of stairs down to the beach, and then obviously I have to do a little bit of a beach cleanup. But yeah, it's coming together. Haha. Stay tuned. See you soon. See ya. Alrighty then, at the property, just brought the wood splitter out so my son can split up all this wood he's got starting to collect for the winter. Anyway, I'm going to go in and check the trail cams. Hopefully we get some good stuff. Anyway, see ya. Alrighty then, hey, let me talk to you about what's in this bag. New chains for the boat anchor. Anyway, I'm going to put this together, but let me just show it to you. Show you what we have. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, so this is my what you would call the secondary anchor. And basically I've got like a 5-foot section. It hooks onto my main anchor. My main anchor is 3 by 3 by 6 inches. And it basically, it sticks into the ground pretty nice down into the sand. Then I have this secondary anchor, and this anchor is very important. And I'll explain that in a second. And then I got another 7 feet that goes and connects to the boat. So this secondary anchor is needed because we're in a wavy area. And what would happen is if you didn't have that, every time you had a wave, you know, you would basically lose that surface tension, and eventually your anchor would start to move a bit, and then your waves would pick up, and the anchor, even though it's pretty big and heavy, it will move, it'll slide in the water fairly easily once it's lifted off that suction. Right? So, you know, next thing you know, your boat could be up at shore. But the secondary anchor, what it does is it absorbs the waves. It basically moves, and there's barely any tension on the main anchor, right? This guy takes all of the tension, all of the absorption, and it just kind of bounces on the bottom. It just bounces. Anyway, I've never had any issues. My neighbor Bob told me how to do this anchor, and he helped me build it when I first moved up here, and I've had this anchor for almost 20 years, so 18 years, and I've never had any problems. In fact, I've used this anchor system to save other boats that have come off of their anchors and that were really close to shore. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Let me put the new one together. Stay tuned. All right, you may have noticed I put some Loctite actually for that secondary anchor where the two come together. Just want to make sure that you know, that these guys don't come apart. The other ones, it's pretty hard to do that in the water. So what I'm going to do on this end that connects to the main anchor, right? I'll just put 2 of them. It's just kind of a safety feature in case, because it's very possible. I mean, it's never happened to me, but you know, they could come loose. So better safe than sorry. There's one other piece I didn't show you. Let me show you. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Actually, 2 things I want to show you. One is why I'm changing this chain. First of all, I wanted more of a heavy duty chain. This one actually is pretty good. This is like the best one I could get, and I forget the rating. I think it was like 3,000 pounds, but it was expensive. I didn't realize how expensive it was going to be till I went to the cash and paid it. It's like $100 for 12 feet of chain. But this stuff is good, but the problem is after years of rubbing and rubbing, it starts to wear. So, you know, you get to a point where, look how thin that is. Like that could break off very easily. So over the years, what I've been doing is going higher and higher, and so this chain gets smaller and smaller where it connects to my anchor. So I wanted to get rid of that, fix that all up. So that problem solved. And then last year, I bought these. I saw somebody else using these. It's a little bungee, and it's another way of absorbing a little bit more of the energy. So what I do is I put one down here, kind of connect it to one end, and then just go up on the chain just a little bit past its length, like this, and then it absorbs some of the shock. Anyway, pretty cool. All right, well, I'm gonna get cleaned up. I gotta take this out, find my big anchor, and then hook it all up because I'm putting the boat in tomorrow. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then, cheers. Whew. All right. I don't know if you can see the anchor, but it's about 400 feet that way. It's sitting in about just up to about my knees. So what is that? 1.5 foot, 1.75 feet. So it's fine there. I might move it. I'll just watch the water levels, and that's the beauty of it. I can actually watch from a camera. I can watch my boat, you know, anytime, and I can watch the water levels. If I need to come out and move it further out, I will. But if the more I move it out, the further I have to go to get into it and also to get out of it. So it's best where it is right now. It's in a good spot. I think it's lined up pretty nice, center of my property. So anyway, I'm just going to relax for the rest of the day. I played pickleball at Perth earlier, got my boat all ready, got my anchor ready. I got my wood to do the deck, and I decided not to go with deck boards. I actually went with 2x6x10 pressure treated because the deck is 5 foot wide. So cut those in half, and I saved like $10. So, and it's sturdier. So pretty stoked with that. I was just thinking about that. What am I going to do with the wasted 3 feet of lumber, because I can't get the those deck boards. I'm thinking less than 8 feet. Anyway, pretty happy with that. That's it for now. I'm going to relax. Probably have a nice fire later. Too bad the Canadians lost last night. That was a bummer. But you never know. They may come back. We'll see. Anyway, see ya. Alrighty then, good morning. Boat's in. Anyway, I'm excited for that. But I gotta get that deck done. So I'm gonna go move my trailer and cut those 2x6s into 5 foot boards and screw them in. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Stay tuned. let's get cutting. Good thing I just showered. Alrighty then, so I'm gonna just roughly put them on and then I'll figure out my spacing. Alrighty then, so I've got a basic placement, but I want to figure out the gap. But let me show you something. So right there, she's not level, but it's level in the back there. So it's level at the cottage itself, but it's not level at the front. And I'm going to show you why. Stay tuned. Check this out. This tree over the years has grown up. So I actually need to, at some point, either notch that or notch the wood or raise that end up a little bit. But I don't think I want to raise that end up. That doesn't make any sense. I think I just need to just make a little notch in here, and I'll do that later. But for now, I want to figure out the gap I want to use so that I can figure out, you know, how to cut that last board. But I want to go take a look at the other deck as a reference. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, so this is my other deck, and it's actually, it has the same kind of, you know, rain that falls because I don't have any rain gutters, but it doesn't pool, and you know, I haven't had any problems with it rotting, not like the front. So I'm just going to do a quick measurement here. Okay, so it looks like almost 3/4 of an inch. So let me go find something as a reference that I can put between them. Stay tuned. Already the wind is picking up, and my boat's barely moving. That's the beauty of that anchor system. Anyway, let me go get a piece of material to use as a gap for placing my boards. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, this fence board actually works, so it fits in there nicely. So, especially because the deck boards are going to shrink a little bit, so I think that should work out perfect. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then, I've been experimenting actually with the width, and I think with the shrinkage, I think I'm going to go with this pencil width. It's about maybe less. It's a little more than half of the width that I had in the front, but it'll work. Plus, that last board, I think I can use a straight 2x4 instead of having to rip my 2x6. So I've just been doing some rough. So, but if it doesn't, I'll just rip it. But If it allows me to just use a 2x4, then I think that's probably good, and I can use that 2x6 for something else. Anyway, let's do a little bit of alignment here. All right. I think that's pretty good. Let me show you. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Yeah, so I think she's ready to screw down. That last board, I probably am going to have to just rip the one I have. But I do like this gap. I think that's a nice gap, because these boards will shrink a little bit. So, and then, you know, it would be ideal if a 2x4 would fit there, but I don't want to have that much gap at the back. So, but overall, that's not too bad. I could maybe increase the gap a little bit, and then 2x4 would fit. Let me see if I can find something that's just a little bit wider. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, I just took my pencil and I just wrapped it with some tape. So it's just a little bit thicker on this side, and gap's nice. So anyway, I'm gonna get screwing that down. Stay tuned. All right, that worked out perfect. I'll do the other side and then I'll show you what it looks like. Stay tuned. Perfect. See ya. Alrighty then, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. It's nice and solid. Who knew a pencil could be so useful? Anyway, I guess a lot of people use these for a gap. I've seen that before, so it's almost a perfect width. And anyway, this allowed me to be able to use a 2x4 at the end. So now I just need to find one. I don't think I have that style. That's the pressure treated Sierra from Home Hardware. I do have to get some more wood this week coming up to work on the rafters for the ATV shed, and I need to get some wood to start making stairs down to the beach. So anyway, that's a pretty good project. Nice and solid, so I'd say that's a good thumbs up. And yeah, the wind just died down a little bit. Black fly just flew in my eye. Oh, man, they should call them black eyes. Anyway, oh well. Oh, he'll come out in a minute. Bugger. Come on, get out of there. You're not going to get anything in there. Anyway, they're all over the place right now. They just... Anyway, I'll have a fire later. Hopefully that'll calm them down. Well, if the wind dies down. Although I can always have a big fire block that I put in front, so I can still have a fire. So we'll see. Anyway, time to relax for the rest of the day. See ya. Alrighty then.
I don't think the tough stuff is going to be here for a while.
I can't remember the expression on
from Caddyshack. Oh my God, that was so funny. It was Caddyshack. I'll see if I can find the clip and I'll throw it in here. I just remember the big thunder and lightning storm. And they're out there on the golf course, and the caddy, he goes, "Oh, I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish." "Oh no, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think we can finish." And then he gets hit by lightning. Anyway, yikes.
Did you see that?
There. Now, what do you think, fella?
I keep playing. I don't think the heavy stuff's gonna come down for quite a while. I'm infallible, young fella. Come on, one more hole. Oh, red fart!
Anyway, the wind is just it comes and goes. It's big gusts, and then it's looked like it's been nice for a while. Boom, another big ton of gusts. So anyway, I'm just gonna look. I don't think I'm gonna have a fire right now. It's just too many gusts coming up. Anyway, just wanted to say see ya. A little stormy, but the fire will survive with the help of the umbrella. Good night, everybody. Have a great week. See ya. Thanks for watching. See ya.